I've been walking, believe it or not, for 3 solid hours. I've just been up that road there where the blind school is. It's about 40 minutes up that way. More or less a straight road, just chuck one left. And then I walk along the beach now to my condominium. What happened this morning, I had to send a parcel off to the village. So I've gone down the post office at 9 o'clock. It's now 12 o'clock basically. 9 o'clock, went to the post office, probably 10 minutes from my condominium. Put a parcel in, lady at the counter said, right, I need your passport. I said, it's not going overseas, it's going to the village. She goes, I still need your passport. Oh, you're joking. So I had to go back to my condominium, another 10 minutes. Back to the post office, yet again 10 minutes. And then I walk along here because it's a bit cooler. I had my camera on me and I was going to do a movie, which this movie is going to be about, updating about Phuphar. So rather than, as you come out of the post office road, it goes onto the beach. And rather than walk towards the blind school, I walked away from the blind school because I had no intentions of going there this morning. I was just going to do a walk along the beach, give you the SP on Phuphar. So I've walked away, right up to the other end, right up to there. Literally another half an hour. Then I've had to walk across this beach, up the road there, back down again. It's been literally 3 hours. I walk on the beach again, I think. It's just a little bit hot now. It's not a little bit hot, it's very hot. I don't know why I changed my mind. It's been my second trip to the blind school. I've done a movie in there. There was no kids, which I think I said on the movie can be a good thing really, or whatever way you want to look at it. Over there, right over there, is an island called Koh Lang. You get a speedboat over there. And this morning, I walked right across over to where them 3 white buildings are. Oh God, I'm knackered. Today was going to be my first day of not drinking for a week, but I've got to get a beer down me. I have to get a beer down me. As I say, this morning my intentions were just to walk along this beach and just chat, only for 10 minutes, about what's happening with the kid. It's all gone wrong again, as it always does. I was supposed to be in the village. Let's start from the beginning. I did 3 movies in the village when I was leaving there about 6 weeks ago. Just 3 various movies saying it's my last day, whatever. And I was just going to use one of them to let you know what was going on. When I got to Pattaya, I checked the movies out and they were absolute rubbish. So I just thought I'm not putting them on. So that's why I've been out of action for a while. I'm not a great lover of doing movies in Pattaya. In fact, I haven't done one, I don't think. So that's why I've been out of action for a while. That plan was, my plan B was, plan A was me going to Koh Samui with Phuphar alone. Then it turned into plan B, which was me and Phuphar's mother going to Koh Samui together, which would have really, really suited me down to the ground. So she said, yeah, no problem. We worked out the dates, and it would have just given me, I would have had 1 more day left of my trip here. I would have gone to Koh Samui, spent 6 or 7 days there, gone back to Bangkok, got her a taxi to the village, and from Bangkok I would have flown back to England. But, so we worked out the dates and everything. She said, yeah, no problem, Kevin. I told Phuphar as well, I'm gutted. Told Phuphar, Kevin is definitely taking you on an aeroplane. He's okay. I was just going to book the aeroplanes up, the tickets, the travel agents, and I thought I'd give her a bell just to confirm, no problems, yeah. She's told me she's in Dubai. She's not coming back until the day that I fly into England, on the 7th. I couldn't believe it. I was a little bit upset really, but there's nothing I can do about it. So it's all gone wrong again. So my plan now is I'm going to, what I need to do now, I've got to go back to England for a few months, and then I'm going to go to Cambodia for a month, probably September, because some lady I don't even know, and a friend of my niece's, donated loads of clothes to Phuket, like designer clothes, proper nice clothes. My brother got him a proper nice Fulham t-shirt, and I took him to Cambodia thinking I could go to Thailand last year. I couldn't do that. I left them in Cambodia thinking I could go to Cambodia, pick them back up, and then bring them back to Thailand. But I couldn't do that because my visa that I've got for Thailand, you're not allowed to leave the country. If you leave the country, your visa's void. So that means I'd have to get a new visa and go through all that rigmarole again, and I couldn't deal with it. So basically, my plan now is to go to Cambodia for a month possibly, or till I get bored, pick up the clothes, then having the visa be sorted out in England, I'll from Cambodia I'll fly to Thailand, obviously with all the clothes. I'm still hoping they're going to fit him. I should imagine they will. I've got shoes and everything. This lady, the one that I've never even met. So that's my plan. And now I'm thinking that Pupa's mother is not going to be available in October. So what I've got decided to do now, I'll go a little bit more walking. It's quite a nice beach, isn't it? This used to be half the width, but all this here, from about here over to here, the whole length of this beach is man-made. Underneath here, underneath this sand, they've got bags and bags, massive industrial bags of sand, and there's probably about a foot, maybe, or a couple of feet of loose sand laying on top. It was such a tiny width before. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I don't think she's going to be available in October, November, when I want to go to Koh Samui. So what I'm going to do now, because I felt guilty about taking Pupa to Koh Samui, at first I didn't think about it, but looking back, I started to feel guilty that I didn't take Dill's granddaughter as well. Well, I didn't plan to take Dill's granddaughter as well. So, because her son's been really, really good to me, and his wife, and it's my wife's family, I promised him that I'll take him to Koh Samui when I return, end of this year or early next year. I said, I'll take you, as long as I've earned enough money, I'll take you in the family, I'll treat you. So what I'm going to do now is take my son, my wife's son, his wife, and my granddaughter to Koh Samui and Pupa. I'll pay for them all. Well, the kitty's going to pay for Pupa, I hope. And then he's got an holiday out of it. I don't feel guilty. It's going to cost me, whatever, a couple £100 more for the flights. We're still only get 2 rooms, which I was going to pay for anyway. And it's going to cost me a bit of spending money, another 300 or 400 quid spend. It's going to cost me an extra 500 quid, which is not going to break my bank, is it? And he's got an holiday out of it. He'll be over the moon. I say he's a really good kid, mate, because I don't know if I've mentioned it when I was in the village. I can't remember, but I sold my small bit of land. He sold it for me. I don't know if it was a friend of a friend or what, but he done everything for me. Done absolutely everything for me. He took the photographs of the contracts being exchanged, sent them to me, my phone, with the figures on it, everything. And bearing in mind, that land, when Dill passed away, is in his name now. It's in his name. He phoned me up, he said, Kevin, I've sold the land. Oh, nice one. Gone up there, he's given me 280,000 bahts, which is not a lot of money. It's 7 grand, is it? I don't know, 7 or 6, 7 grand maybe. But think about this. That's probably a year's money for that kid. A year's money. Hand it all over to me in pound notes. Yeah, Kev. Wow. What a good kid. Bill said he would do that, and I had no element of doubt. So now, what I've done, I'll give him some money. I'll give him 25 grand, and I've opened a bank account for my granddaughter in Thailand, and I put 500 quid in there for her. So every year, I'll just give her a small donation, you know, whatever I've got, 10,000, or if I've got 20,000, I'll give it to her. Put it in her account for when she leaves school. And he opened a bank account for her. I didn't even do that. He took all the photographs of the bank and the money that's gone in, the 20,000. Such a nice kid. Right, that's all I'm going to say about him. Like, I don't know if I've told you that before anyway. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, the problem is, it's not a problem, but I've literally spent £20 on Pupa. We bought him, at the fund I'm talking, we bought him, I think about 4 or 5 t-shirts, 2 pairs of shoes, and one, I think, or 2 pairs of shorts. I'm not too sure. And it came to £20. I've got receipts. But to be honest with you, you're not going to understand the receipts anyway. You're just going to have to trust me, because there's like a shopping mall I bought them. I've done a movie about it, I think. So basically, out of that kitty, I don't need the £20, but I will take it, because I want you to know that whoever donated has paid towards them t-shirts. It wasn't me. We've all done it. And then, as I say, when I get the flight, I don't know what the flight's going to be. Maybe a one, probably less than that. I'll take the money from the flight. If you're happy to continue doing what you're doing, if you want it to go to another charity or whatever, I'm willing to do whatever you say. You raised it, it's your decision, and I'll abide by your rules. It's funny, because when they done all this sand here, they extended it, made it wider. When it rained, the first rainy season, the whole of the sand got washed out into the sea. That'll start again. Oh, it's mad. So that's it. So there's nothing I can say no more about the kid. You're going to get no more movies of him until possibly October now. Unfortunately, I feel bad, but there's nothing I can do about it. We've all had a bad couple of years, haven't we, with this virus thing and that. So it's completely and utterly at my hand. I feel gutted for my brother buying him a Fulham t-shirt. I feel gutted for everybody who's put money into it. I feel gutted for that lady who's given him shoes and t-shirts and that. But I'm hoping they're going to still fit him. I'm hoping they're still going to fit him. Today was going to be my first day of not drinking for a week. But I think I deserve a beer. I'll give the kids 2,000. Hello, mate. Okay. I'll give the kids 2,000. I've done a move of it. If it turns out all right, I'll stick it on there. If it don't, then nothing I can do about it. Is it? Oh no, sorry. These are the bags. Look, full of sand. These bags here, and there's probably about a foot of loose. Yeah, that's all I can do really. I might try and do a movie of the street that I'm living in, but there's so many working girls there. They don't want cameras poked in their noses, even though this camera's pretty small and they probably don't know what it's about. But you know, they don't want family and knowing that they're working in a bar outside a massage parlour. I don't think it's all that clever really. So I haven't done nothing like it. I might try and do one early in the morning when there's no ladies about. But normally when I say hundreds, that's probably an underestimation. There's probably more than a few hundred, without a doubt. Right, I've got to walk right over to there now, cut in, and there's a bar there which I sit in just sit there, have a couple of beers at lunchtime. It's nice here. I love it here, but it does get a bit groundhoggy. You end up sitting in the same bars, and you end up talking to the same people. So, as much as I don't want to go back to England, I think I need to go back to England, get a bit of fresh air, get some cold air down my lungs as well, because this is just too hot. It's killing me. I never thought I'd say that. So, I'll go back to England for a few months, see what happens there. Here, look, I'll show you again the bags. That's them all there. The whole of this is laid out for them, right up to there. It took them ages, and as I say, it got washed out to sea the first time. Right, that's it. I'll give you a quick snap of the view. Holiday Inn, look there. Behind that big man. What I do most mornings, I walk up and down here. I can start at that end there, walk down here, and back to that end there. Just over an hour, probably an hour and 10, 15. Not fast, just, and then sometimes I'll take my t-shirt off, and then you get a bit of sun. You've got a bit of exercise, a little bit of sun as well. But I've got a little bit of fat. I haven't been down the gym for a while. I'm a little bit embarrassed taking my t-shirt off now. I've got another week here to sort myself out. As I say, today was going to be my first day of not drinking, but I think I deserve a... I don't think, I know I deserve a beer. But I'm going to go now. You might see a movie of the blind school. There was no kids in there, as I say, but you might see that, or if not, I'm back there all the time. I'll do a movie later on. Whatever you're doing, have a great day. I don't think it's going to be as good as mine, but make an effort.